Some 17 years ago, tragedy struck the family of the James when a distant cousin of Mr. James, who once lived with them in the past, raped and consequently impregnated their only daughter, Mabel. Though shocked and infuriated by the incident, they resorted to handling the pregnancy discreetly without terminating the child, being fervent Christians that they are.
Please. You've been saying this for days now.
Yeah?
The deed is done. What we should be discussing now is a way forward, please.
Way forward?
Yes.
Which way forward? Don't you know our faith forbids abortion? Just hear you.
I know, honey. You know, I've been thinking that...
Thinking of what?
We take Mabel to the village.
Mm-hmm.
We take Mabel to my sister in the village.
Yes.
I've discussed with her, you know, for some years now she has been married without a child. She's willing to take responsibility for Mabel and the unborn child until she puts to bed. Please.
Is it true? I never thought so. I guess that is all.
Mrs. James' elder sister at the time took custody of the pregnant girl and eventually adopted the baby brought forth, since she was in dire need of a baby to call her own. Years later, Mabel is living a matrimonial bliss, the type every couple craves for, living in peace, love and understanding with her husband and kids, enjoying all the good his life can offer.
Anybody that looks for my trouble, you shoot the person to God.
Straight.
I love you too, man.
She is suddenly confronted with the reality of her 17 years past trauma. Death snatched Mabel's aunt, who adopted Monica. But before passing away, she revealed to the girl that her biological mother is Mabel. The same Mabel the girl knew as her aunt all the while.
She keep insisting that she wants to live with you.
You see, Mabel, we have persuaded Monica enough.
Yes.
And we can't stand against her decision.
Yes.
After all, she's old enough to take some
Decisions
on her own.
Samson has performed his evil deed. He has escaped by dying. I pray he sees heaven. So you see, she wants. You are the only one who cannot call on. I pray he sees heaven.
All this while you came to visit me in the village. You told me you were my big auntie, not knowing you were my real mother. No wonder you have been so nice to me. I want to come and live with you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I've been pretending to be your auntie. It's not easy. Mommy.
Yes, dear.
I'm glad Monica is coming home to stay with me. But I'm worried.
Worried?
Yes,
About what?
I don't know how Christian will take this. He's not aware of the whole thing.
Then tell him.
No, you know it's not easy.
It's totally unacceptable. I can't take it at all. Having a child aside out of wedlock is irresponsible.
As loving as Christian is, he could sometimes be oversensitive and firm as regards certain issues, especially those bordering on immorality. He once vehemently disapproved of the act of having children out of wedlock, much to the concern of his wife, who, unbeknownst to him, is a victim of sin.
You are very correct. People should learn how to keep themselves pure for marriage.
Yes!
They should, honestly. I'm beginning to wonder I should know way to come now.
So, the thing is, I can't take that at all.
What you should be worried of now is tell God that God should give you that courage for you to be bold enough to tell him. Are you getting me? Everything will be fine. Don't worry, okay?
Mabel's present challenge is how best to tell her husband of the teenage child that is not his own, considering how sensitive he is to issues bordering on having children out of wedlock.
What happened while I was coming? The vehicle, I actually don't know what happened, separated into two. It was actually funny. Baby. Baby!
Honey, I'm sorry.
You mean you didn't hear what I said?
I wasn't concentrating. I'm sorry.
Are you okay?
I'm fine.
How does she let him know that the child is a product of rape and not promiscuity? How does she let him know she desires to personally murder the child in their home? Will her two kids and Christian accept their stepsister with open arms? She is confused.
Hello viewers at home, you're welcome to Decisions. And like you know, decisions you make or mar you. And like we do here, we always pick issues that affect the home, affect the family. I want to help you make the right one. That's why we're here. So we're here for you. And the topic we have today is urgent past. We've talked about it before, but we want to look at it from a female perspective, and not just that, from a medical point of view. So sit back and enjoy, listen, learn, so you can make better decisions. With me in the studio today is someone I so much cherish and adore. She's beautiful, she's intelligent, she's spiritual, she's a medical personnel, and that person is Dickness Deborah Olorunda, a registered nurse and midwife, also a minister in RCCG. Ma, you're welcome.
Thank you very much.
I like the way you smile. I like the way you're sitting. You're so relaxed. Welcome,
Thank you
Ma.
very much.
Welcome, Ma. Okay, up to urgent past. Okay, the clip we looked at before while we had this discussion had characters in it, and we had the character of a teenager that was a supposed product of rape. And I want to know, Ma, do you think somebody would just get up and want to rape a teenager? You know, some person do some things these days, like overdressing a teenager. You're giving her the look of an adult, drawing unnecessary attention to her. What do you think about that?
Okay. I'm going to talk about it from two ways.
Okay.
First of all, from the rapist, that's from the person that raped.
Okay.
Most people that rape were either a product of rape, had seen it being done, or have issues with their own self-esteem. Also, they could be under the influence of drugs. Okay, so those are the people that rape. Then the lady that is being raped. Okay, well, men can be raped as well, so let me not put it
It's
to the lady that is being raped. Dressing, yes, I agree with that. And then exposures, because the guy was staying with her parents, so it's possible she had some exposures in the guy's presence. She didn't count it, and probably her parents did not caution her, you know, and that's what led to it. But except from exposures, if a child wants to rape, it might not. I think, well, probably the men would have spoken more. It's just a sense. It might just anything can make a man want to rape a lady.
It's true.
A lady's legs, not necessarily exposed areas,
That's
private areas. So,
But what can be avoided
um,
apart from dressing, exposure, like you said, other things?
then education,
Okay.
because if that, I don't know if she was educated.
Sex
Education,
education.
yes, sex education.
Okay.
And from what is happening now, you don't need to wait till a child is 10 before you give sex education.
Okay.
I think we've talked about this on one of our programs
Yes,
here,
we have.
where we said a 2-year-old is being taught a 3-year-old private parts, and you tell them don't allow people to touch these private parts. So I don't know what would have allowed, if she was taught those things, probably she won't have allowed that boy go as far as he went. And then you also give them education. As Christians, God doesn't allow a boy, a man touch a woman till after they are big like mommy and daddy. You know, you give them some education, except from the Christian way. You also tell them that these are private parts and they should not be touched. Okay. And when someone is trying to violate, please report, tell mommy, tell daddy, you know.
So when the child comes to you and you are told as a mother, what should be your response?
You should not take it lightly. You should not take it lightly. Whether the child is telling you the truth or not, first of all, the child came to you because he believes you have taught her something, and that thing has made sense to her. That's why she came to you. This uncle is touching, that's my private part that you said no. But children are very plain and very simple. So when a child comes to you and reports that, so you don't take it lightly. And it's not just for you to start shouting and, you know, bring the boy and start flogging the boy. Oh, why did you touch my daughters? You know,
that embarrassment can keep them from talking to you.
Yes, so because probably the child is still staying with you, and one day you might leave this boy and this girl again. So you need to be systematic. Yes, systematic with it.
Okay. Wow.
So you need to, you need to, you know, see for your. No, it's not as if you will wait to see for yourself, but there are ways to handle such issues.
Okay, but also, how can we help teenagers that are going through this trauma of rape? It's your word for them? How can they be helped?
Okay, first of all, if they were properly trained, you know, they would have been told they keep the private areas and what to do. Like some people would say, when you are attacked like that, shout, you know, don't keep quiet. But you know, in teenagehood, teenagers want to explore. Do you understand? So they might say, oh, they were raped. But it's possible they had their own faults. They wanted to see, maybe when the person started touching them small, say, it's most times it doesn't just start.
That's true.
It does, except especially when it's someone you know. If it's an outsider that just comes and rapes, you know, like a thief, a robber comes and rapes a girl, you would understand. But most times, people that are being raped are people that, as in, the people that rape them are people around them.
Okay.
So it's probably they have been making some advances, and the girl did not understand, or she took it lightly because as a teenager they just want, you know, they want to explore, see things around them, the thing that they are seeing on TV, what they are, you know, that feeling, they want to experience it. And then before you know, especially when men are high there, forget, they will not answer you that,
you look like.
So when the action has started and you want to stop the man, if you, the girl, have to be very strong to like scream or, you know, really do something that would stop the whole thing.
Okay.
So, well, that's
we
have not answered my question. All right. Now, how can we help teenagers that are already raped?
Okay.
For a teenager that is raped, it is advised that you immediately go to a health facility. You can go to a health center, you can go to a hospital, a general hospital, go to any health facility, because there they could give you emergency contraceptives to prevent pregnancy and possibly give you antiretroviral medications.
Okay. What is this emergency? What's it about?
Okay. Contraceptives are drugs used to prevent pregnancy.
Okay.
So, conception usually occurs between the time of sex till about 72 hours. You have that grace of conception occurring. So if immediately it happens, they get to a health facility, pregnancy can be prevented. Okay? Now, contraception is not sin. But abortion.
Please say it again, let them hear. Let's hear it.
Contraceptive is not sin. Oh yes, there are some religions that say, oh, to prevent pregnancy. Why will you stop the pregnancy from occurring? Because contraceptives, they prevent pregnancy. We don't give contraceptives to people that are already pregnant. They prevent pregnancy from occurring. So contraceptive is not sin. Because you have to, even for married people, you have to train, have the number you want. You don't just keep giving birth and you can't take care of them. That's part of the reasons why children are raped, because when their parents cannot take good care of them, they fall into bad hands. So contraceptive is not sin, but abortion, when the child is already formed and you try and pull it away, that is sin.
So you heard, I like the difference. You just made it clear for us. It's not sin because the baby has not been formed. Okay, and also like she said, do not keep quiet. Do not keep quiet. That's why we're out here for you, and medical outlets are out there for you. Do not keep quiet. Speak out so you can be helped. We're going to short break now, and we're back to complete this session or issue we have at hand. Please do not go anywhere. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Okay, before we went to the short break, we were giving solution to raped victim, what to avoid, and when it's done, what should be your response. And we said that don't keep quiet. We brought to who? Medical personnel.
Yes.
Talk to someone. Get help. Get help. Okay, we're continuing this issue. We want to look at the role of coaches, teenage coaches. We don't have much of them in Nigeria, and this is our Africa and our world. But what's the role? What's the importance of a teenage coach in our system, in our society today?
Well, like you said, there are not much of them, but there are some organizations that reach out to teenagers particularly, because at the teenage age, the teenagers are between children and youths. They are in between. They are still trying to find their ground, and so they actually need help, passing through that phase. It's a phase that even then get distorted at times. There are some organizations, Christian organizations, at least I know of teenage outreach ministries, and there are some other, teenage Christian organizations that could actually help, because they help to guide them, make decisions. They can report such incidents to them, and then because most times adults, when you report such things to them, they get haywire, teenagers need special. You don't just scream at teenagers. You need to handle them with.
They need to know that they can confide in you.
Yes, very
trust.
Very
for
important.
them to bring out all that's out there.
Everything, you listen to them.
Yeah.
You need to listen to them. In fact, it's part of communication skill for you to listen very well, and then before you speak.
Okay. So when they are talking, you keep eye contact, assure them.
Yes.
When they finish talking,
skills.
don't make them feel.
That's why their coaches know what
to do to them.
Yes, And for parents out there, I would suggest you can go for their classes you can attend, even online. How to handle teenagers. It will do a lot of help. It will make you understand a lot of things that, screaming a lot of times would not help teenagers, but letting them understand, even children generally, letting them, give them listening ear, hear everything, let them pour out their hearts to you. It will also help them to know they can confide in you and trust in you at any point.
And what would you advise? Now Monica, she is aware of something, that truth in a child's life that turns the child's life around. What would you suggest that Monica do right now in this situation?
Okay. For Monica, I would suggest right now, it's not going to be easy for both her and her mom.
Yeah.
It's not easy for the mom either. It's not even easy for her grandparents. Everybody is now, wondering how they're going to manage her. It's not going to be easy for her, and she's insisting to stay with her mom. This is going to take a gradual process, sincerely. at least there is a house for her to stay with her grandparents right now. There is a place for her to stay. Let her stay with her grandparents. Then, over time, her mom will be able to tell her husband. For the mom telling the husband, it's not going to be easy either because the man. But if the man gets to find out that it's not promiscuity, she was raped, okay, and then for the mom telling the husband, it has to be also a gradual thing. If they have to get people involved, because if she feels telling her husband alone might bring a lot of rancor, then they can get their pastors involved to, or if not pastors, probably her own parents and her can sit, the girl not there, to start up the discussion, and then they let him know. But on the other hand, I think she can, first of all, as Christians, they are Christian, she should pray about it seriously, take time out to pray about it, and then speak to her husband. But I would usually suggest that for people that have children out of wedlock, before you get married, let the man know about it.
Yes.
That is very important. Before you get married, let the man know. So that while you're, because this has brought divorce, separation in a lot of marriages. Although most times it's the men that have children out of wedlock, and they don't tell the women till the women are into their house. But if a woman has a child, both men, if you're a man or a woman and you want to get married, it's good you let your partner know before. Although the girl was being taken care of somewhere, but it will have still been important for her to ship it in. Alright, but that is a
Okay.
But for now, she should pray and speak to the man. If she's too scared to speak to the man alone, she can look for a friend that she knows he respects.
Listens to.
Yes, someone he will listen to. And then she should realize that it won't be easy. It will also take time for the man to accept that fact. Then it will also take time for the man to say, okay, bring this girl in to my house. He won't even say, bring her in once. Depending on the man, she could also be shocked and the man will say, bring her in.
Or don't bring her in.
Yes. Or if he says don't bring her in, no problem. She should abide by that and keep praying that the man will be touched one day and say, okay, let me see her. So she just brings her for one day and then say, okay, let her come and stay a week. It will be a gradual thing. So the Monica should not expect that, they should just go into one.
But she should be told the truth of who she is, because all she knows right now is this is my mother. I found my mother, but she doesn't know about the rape or anything.
They should tell her everything.
She should know.
She should know everything. Yes, because the fact that they've already started breaking the news, then break the whole news.
That's true. That's true.
Because she herself will be asking, where is my father? Okay, so I have a mother. So who is the man?
They tell them they are dead.
No, he's not dead. Because, we watch Nigerian movies. We see that one day the father can go and sleep with the daughter.
That's true.
Somehow. You understand? So let her know.
Okay.
The true story.
I don't want to ask anymore. It's been hard. No, because of time we can't ask.
That's how I see it.
Okay.
If you want to break in, that's why it would have also been good if we have teenage counselors. Will have been present and then let her talk about it. But let her know everything and then let her realize that the mother probably will be there for her. But even the man might get angry and say the woman should not see that girl again for a while.
I think she should, like you said, she should just be ready for whatever is response.
Is coming right now.
Yes.
But the mother should make the girl know that I love you as my daughter. But because I'm married right now, it won't stop me from being your mother. Whatever at least she can't stop her from calling.
So she has both ways to be patient.
Yes.
On the part of the husband and also on the part of the daughter. Whatever her response might be funny too.
Yes.
She should just be patient.
Yes. She's
okay.
in the middle of the whole thing.
Okay, we're going right away, but I still want you to talk about, as a final word, on the issue of contraceptive, and not just contraceptive in quotes, but prevention, rape victims speaking out. I want you to still talk about that.
right now there's a lot of things going on in adolescents' life. There are a lot of things. You see people walking on a lot of adolescents on the streets. What is going through their head, what is going through their phones are crazy. Now, as Christians, parents should try to involve their adolescents in things. Because when you involve your adolescents in church activities, get them things to do. Otherwise, they will go the other way, and the other way is very bad. There's a lot of all this tramadol that is being banned right now in Nigeria. I would say 99% of the people that use them are teenagers.
Wow.
A lot of them are having kidney problems. You see a lot of teenagers in the hospital with liver, kidney problems. Why? It's still these drugs. They do a lot of drugs. There are a lot of things happening, minus tramadol. They take all sorts of things to get them high, to make them feel excited and all that. So teenagers need to get involved. If you are a Christian as a teenager, a lot of temptations, you need to hook up to God as a teenager. Then as teenagers, zip up. Very important. You need to tell yourself, I will not get involved in premarital sex.
Yeah.
Very important. It's very important.
So you heard it. You've heard it all. Zip up. And please speak out. Do not die or wallow in silence, like they will say. Talk. Speak up. Get help. Get help. Okay, we're wrapping up now. I've actually wrapped up. Not wrapping up. We wrapped up because of time. You've heard it. You can follow us on our social media, showing on the screen. And also, you can leave your comments there. We need it so that we can better interact with you. Ma, you are welcome. So viewers, that will be it for today. Bye and see you some other time.